can get it. Let's see. Okay. Makeshift. I don't know if that's going to hold. Let's see here. Oh my, I'm live already. Hello there. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I was I'm 2 minutes late. 2 minutes tardy. I was pressed today. Holy cow. I'm trying to figure out what time is the best time to go live. This is the absolute earliest I could ever do it, ever. So, if you guys are here live watching or watching the replay, let me know that you're here, please. I am hoping to give you tons and tons of value tonight. So if you know anybody that you could share this with, that would be greatly appreciated. If you don't know me, reach out. I have got tons of free gifts. So I love giving gifts. Absolutely no strings, nothing involved, but just giving value. And that's what it should all be about. Okay. I got a little nervous because I ran late. And I tried to block out the sun a little bit there. I'm still in my office. So we're just going to make do. It is what it is, right? Okay. So what we're talking about today is, do you guys know who Esther Hicks is? If you do, tell me, please. I want to know who knows. Because I'm telling you, I find this woman amazing. Absolutely amazing. Not quite as amazing as Robert and Melody, but she's right up there. She's right up there. I feel so blessed, to have the mentors that I do. And they actually want to work with me. How cool is that? I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so we are talking about finding the evidence. Okay, there's a lot of people that either do not know or do not believe in self-development. I was one of those not very long ago at all. I am so different now. I'm just beaming. I am so excited about the things that I'm learning and the things that I'm hoping to share with you. And, honestly, if you just get a little piece of what I think I'm getting, you are going to be such a happier person. So whatever trials, trivia, whatever it is that you're doing right now, and if you are struggling, this is what I can say. Don't you ever give up. Okay? Because is it going to be worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Debbie, thanks for hopping on. Good to see you. Okay, so we are talking about finding the evidence. And you're probably thinking, what am I talking about there, right? But just bear with me here. Keep an open mind when I talk about what I'm going to talk about. Just keep an open mind. That is all I ask. And then you can decide what you want to believe. Okay, fair enough? All right, so I need a deep breath. Like I said, I just got done working. I'm just kind of running around and I need a deep breath. Okay, here we go. All right, so if anybody out there watching, if you're watching live or replay, let me know where you're watching from, please. Hey, Destin, yay, I'm so glad you made it. I felt terrible about Saturday, but you know what? We're going to kick that baby in the butt this weekend, and I'm super pumped about that. Hey, Nicholas, you're still up. How's it going? I am so excited about this one. I find myself getting Oh, goodness. I find myself getting into different states of being. Let's put it that way. Okay. In the book, The Science of Getting Rich, Wallace Waddle tells us that we live in a thought world. Okay. A thought world. Whatever thoughts we think about, bring about. Makes sense, right? Okay. According to Esther Hicks, Esther, Jerry, and Abraham Hicks, never even heard of any of these people. What, 2 years ago? I never even heard of these people. It's kind of funny now because when I talk about self-development with others and I ask them if they've read a certain author or a certain, influencer or whatever, and they don't know who I'm talking about, then I don't feel so bad because I so did not know anything about self-development, you know, and and to actually do it and start experiencing results is freaking mind blowing. That's all I can say. It is mind blowing. Am I doing it as often as I should? Am I doing exactly what I should? No. No, I'm not, because we are stubborn mules and we don't listen. Seriously. But I'm getting it. I am starting to get it. And what an amazing feeling. I, I can't even describe what that feels like. So let me get into this. I've already spent way too much time, so I apologize. I get excited. I could carry on forever. If you let me, I will. So, okay. All right. So anyway, okay. Esther Hicks, and they say we live in a vibrational world. So we have Wallace Waddles that said we live in a thought world, and then we've got the Hicks over here that say we live in a vibrational world. Okay, I say they are both absolutely correct. And let me try to explain. Okay. Oh, I thought I had this down. Just give me a sec, get my thoughts about me here. Whatever thoughts we have at the present time kicks in an emotion, right? Our emotions determine our vibration. Okay. Does that make sense so far? Or are you guys like, she's freaking out there? Whatever. Doesn't matter. I believe it. I'm carrying on. It's like a feeling, you get this feeling about you that it sets off the law of attraction. Now, who out there believes in the law of attraction? If you do, let me know. I can't see any comments. I don't think. That's all right. I'm going to keep going. So, whatever emotion we are experiencing in that present, in the now, I mean, immediately, it sets off a vibration, and that sets off the law of attraction. The law of attraction is real. How do I know this? I have experienced it. I have. And the more I get into this, the more and more I am experiencing it. It's like practicing a piano. I really sucked at first. I really stunk. But you know what? I'm starting to get that little catchy tune, and pretty quick I'm starting. You know what I mean? Practice makes perfect. It absolutely does. And am I ever going to be perfect? No, don't, that's not what I mean. But we have to practice at what we want to be good at. Whatever that is for you. It's an amazing feeling. It's hard to explain. I can almost guarantee that most people out there know exactly what I'm talking about. They have probably felt that on occasion, you know. Um, who knows what the circumstances could have been, but I know everybody has at least felt this once. I know. And I think I could get you dreamscaping just so that you do know or remember, because this is just totally blowing me away. Um, it's like a feeling of, I don't want to say a superior being. I don't want, that's not a good word. It's a feeling of being all that you were meant to be. All that you were meant to be. All that there is out there. Do you guys kind of know what I'm talking about? Anyway, when I get into a vibrational state, what we are experiencing, whatever we are feeling at that moment, is the evidence that there is a law of attraction. Okay, so you're probably wondering, the evidence? What's she talking about now? What's the evidence? The, the evidence is the way we are feeling. We need to be aware of how we are feeling at any single point in time, at any moment, 24/7, except when you're sleeping. Okay? Um, we need to be aware of how we feel. Do you like it? However, you are feeling at that present time, do you like it? Does it feel good? Or does it feel like crap? Which is it? You get to decide that. And I think that is how we perceive every single situation. So we have a choice, right? We have a choice in how we perceive things, and we have a choice on how we handle that emotionally, vibrationally. Am I right? I mean, sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, we need to pick our battles. It's so much about ego. If I'm pissed off at somebody, certain situation, whatever, it doesn't even matter for what reason. And I know without a doubt I am right and this person was totally wrong. Sometimes it doesn't matter. That's what I mean by picking our battles. You know what? What's it going to hurt? Back off. Don't go through that confrontation. It just changes your vibration into a whole different emotion. Does that make sense? Okay. The evidence is the way that we are feeling, right? Who knows what a vortex is? Does anybody? I Googled this. I was pulling a Robert. I Googled it. I want to know what it meant exactly. So this is what it said. A vortex is a vibrational state of being that is a precursor of all positive motion of all that is. It's it's like encapsulated. It's like hugs coming in. It's like you're enveloped. You know what I mean? Um, Condensed, straight up source. That is what you're feeling. It's pure positive energy. I'm telling you, it is. When I get it into a state of being, that vibrational state, the vortex, whatever I am experiencing at that moment, that is our evidence. That is our evidence. Uh, does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel bad? Okay, that is what kind of vibrational state that you are in. How we feel, how do we perceive things? We need to be aware of exactly how we are feeling all the time. Veer off, and I mean, we got to know where our vortex is at. Okay, so how can I explain that? I thought I had this down. Uh, okay, let me try that. The law of attraction is consistent. Okay, there is never an exception to this rule. Never. The law of attraction exists when you focus on a thought, whether it's good or bad. If you are feeling good, you are close to you're right on that edge of getting engulfed into your vortex. Okay. The only I don't want to explain it exactly like Abraham does because then you guys are really going to think I'm cuckoo. But I get what she's saying, but it's a little bit out there. But I believe everything else. I believe it all. I feel it in my bones. You know what I mean? So if you're feeling good, you are right there. And if you're not feeling good, you are like off into a different galaxy. You're not even close to your vortex. Do you know what I mean? So be aware of that. And when you know that you are off in the distance, if you are aware of that, that's when we can start making changes. But you can't do it if you are not aware. Does that make sense? I hope. I can't see the comments right now, guys. I'm not sure why. I had that issue before. So if I will come back and answer these questions, but I think this is an amazing topic. And Debbie, I saw that laugh though. Whatever. It is what it is. But we have to figure out a relationship with ourselves. Be constantly aware of every single vibration that we put off. To what that is doing is it's being aware of who we truly are. Okay, when we get into those vibrational states, that is showing us who we truly are. So if we don't like that, you know what? We need to switch it up. We need to switch it up and make it different, whether that's how we perceive things or how we react to things. That just makes sense, doesn't it? But we are habitual fools. We are. We are habitual fools. We fall into a pattern, we fall into habits, and most of the time, these habits are not so good for us. But, I don't know. The more often we can control our emotions, our feelings to how we want to feel, the more we can continue to get the same. We can't expect others to be on the scene or on the same vibration as us. We cannot expect anybody to feel the same vibrations that we are at that current time in the present now. Right? If there is, that's amazing. That's great. You know, grab onto that person. You got something in common. You know what I mean? We can't worry about how others feel about us. You know, wherever your vortex is, that is your reality. Okay? We can't see it, right? We can't see it, but we can share, we can feel it. We can certainly feel it. Am I right? You know how dogs have that keen hearing sense? They can hear sounds that we can't hear, you know? What that is, you know, our emotions, whatever we're feeling, whatever we're hearing, smelling, touching, tasting, all of our senses, it is just feedback about your vortex, your vibration. It's a way to describe how you're feeling because we can't see it. That place where you can, I don't know, when you're falling away farther from your vortex, you know that. You can feel it. So instead of continuing, that is the time to stop. In Esther, or Abraham talked about if you are building momentum, if you have got those good vibes and your energy is high and it's like you're manifesting, it's like everything good is happening to me. Everything always goes my way. You know what I mean? I meet wonderful people every single day. Do you know what I mean? If that's how we continue throughout our day will continue like that. That's proven. What about when you go to bed at night and you haven't journaled, you had an argument with your spouse, you got mad at the kids, you left the dishes in the sink, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That sets your tone from that point on, probably until you go to bed. So, how do you go to bed? Whatever state we are in when we go to bed is going to be the state that we're in when we wake up. If you are building momentum throughout the day and then you go to bed, your momentum is going to stop while you're sleeping. All depends on how you wake up that day, and you have that choice whether that's the momentum you want to continue or if it's the negativity that you want to continue. It's all up to us. So let's see, what else can I say? That's basically it. I'm telling you, I am going to share several videos with you. I'm going to put into the comments when I'm done. And if you guys do not, well, of course, yeah, best be following Robert and Melody, correct? They are the ultimate, absolute ultimate. I cannot believe, and I see three people here in my book club, and thank you guys for hopping on. We have a book club where we study the science of getting rich by Wallace Wattles, and that was who I mentioned when I began this, the one that says we live in a thought world. And Abraham and Esther and Jerry Hicks, coolest family ever. If you have not watched them on YouTube, you really need to. I am going to leave a few of their videos because I'm telling you, Melody and I were talking last night. We can get on a Abraham Fest. I'm telling you, I could sit and watch her all flipping day and be in that state, that vibrational state most of the day. I did that just last Friday. I had to leave work early to go to a funeral back home in Wisconsin, and I put her on the drive home. It was like a 2 hour drive. So I put her on, and I'm telling you, I felt. Imagine where my mindset was at, my vibration when I left here. Do you know what I mean? I was able to change that, even heading to a funeral. I was able to change that by listening to Abraham. And I felt that vibrational state that entire 2 hours. That was amazing. And I so needed that. So I hope you guys got some value out of this. This thing has been amazing for me. I am growing so much. And I want that for everybody else. So if you have not been in contact with me, reach out. Let's chat. Let me give you a free gift. My mentors make that possible for me. I can give a free gift that I know if received in the way it should be received is going to change your life. What a cool feeling. So